Welcome back. If you're watching this video, it means that you've arrived at a decision as to your initial direction as you join the ASEA business community. As I stated earlier, there is no wrong choice here, and no matter what you choose at the beginning, your results will really be determined by what you do from here in. What we aim to do is to provide for you the easiest path to the success level that you already know you want to reach. We know that path because we've been doing this for some time. With that in mind, let's go to the next step. I want to give you some distinctions. After watching the previous video, you've decided that you want to develop your business toward a big time over time income with ASEA, aiming for an income of $10,000 to $20,000 per month US or more, experience total freedom and a lifestyle that is literally that of a millionaire. Bravo. To aim that high requires vision and quite a bit of courage, but it is definitely doable, as proven by the more than 25 ASEA millionaires and the thousands of people earning significant full-time work from home income. By making this choice, you're empowering yourself to move beyond the standard working model that most people consider as the norm. What you've done with your decision to join ASEA is to upset the apple cart of predictability. You've chosen to create a whole new income stream for you and your family. And you know what? As a result, your lives may never be the same. Working with the ASEA business model, your family will be healthier, definitely, and you'll be in a position to create new possibilities for health, wealth, and freedom into the future. So what's next? Now that you're ready to register as an ASEA associate with your introducer, it is time for you to purchase your enrollment pack. This is an initial product order that you place with ASEA to get your business started. ASEA has 3 enrollment packs, which align basically with the 3 different directions we discussed in the previous video. There is the personal packs, the business packs, and the entrepreneur packs. As you have chosen to go for lifestyle income, the absolute no-brainer choice for you is to start off in ASEA with the Entrepreneur Pack. The total outlay for this choice is around 2,600 Australian dollars. As you make this decision, there's an important principle that I want to make clear for you. In ASEA, we are not salespeople. What we do is share powerful ideas. In our case, a cutting-edge health technology and a business model that we like and use ourselves. And the power for us to influence others comes not from learning some artificial slick sales technique, but rather by the power of our authentic example. We let our example speak so loudly and clearly that it is super easy for the next person to follow us. So you could say that this is essentially a monkey see, monkey do business. Whatever you do in the business becomes an example, a template in a way for those who come after you. And they will often look to your example as a lead as to what they should do. So in a nutshell, the principle is this. While we can't say what percentage of people will do what you do, your posture or your ability to influence will definitely be capped at the level of your financial commitment as you start the business. So when you purchase the Entrepreneur Pack, the likelihood is that others will follow your example, and the authentic personal power you will have to recommend the Entrepreneur Pack means that your business gets a whole lot more profitable when those that come after you follow what you do. And I promise you folks, this does happen more often than you might think. And you know what? When your growing team is joined by even a small number of associates purchasing the Entrepreneur Pack, the result is that everybody gets paid more for the same amount of work. In short, that's called better leverage, which equates to it being easier to generate income, whatever your goal is. I want to be really transparent with you and say that in the early days of ASEA, we were confused. Obviously, there's more leverage with a larger enrollment pack, if only because it's the only time that ASEA effectively greatly discounts their product. This discount actually shows up as extra sample tubes of Renew 28, loyalty reward points that can be redeemed for product, and in the case of the Entrepreneur Pack, you also get free associate registration, saving $60. And then it dawned on us, if people weren't buying the entrepreneur pack or the business pack, it was obvious they didn't have a compelling reason to do so. And without that compelling reason, the logical thing was to join for the least outlay possible. And hey, I get that. So my goal here is to show you the reasoning behind you getting an entrepreneur pack and why doing so will multiply the results of every little bit of effort that you put into building your ASEA business. Here's what I do. I strongly encourage every new person who joins ASEA with the goal of building a business to buy at least a business pack, or if they can do it, an entrepreneur pack. Not because it's better for me, though the Fast Start bonuses paid to the sponsor on enrollment pack purchases are substantial, but because it's way more profitable for the person who's getting started and for everyone in their team enrolling after them. So we've talked about the principles. Let's look at the actual numbers. We're going to look at a number of different aspects of business activity as you get started and the bonuses involved over your first 14 weeks in ASEA. In this example, we're assuming that each new enrollee is buying an entrepreneur pack and going on an auto ship of one case of ASEA supplement per month. To keep things simple, I haven't included the auto ship volume in these calculations, but obviously that would add to the commissions all along the way. And of course, this is a model for projection only. Life never works out as neat as what you're about to see, but the illustration will show you the effects of multiplication, which is one of the main factors giving us leverage in the ASEA business model. And the different colors used will allow us to distinguish how each cycle of new enrollments into your business generates bonuses. We're going to look at this progression in 2-week cycles. This is because each person enrolling 2 people in their first 2 weeks is the basic building block of the business and allows the new associate to achieve their very first and significant milestone, the director bonus. We're then looking at each person enrolling 2 associates each month for 3 months. So as you can see in the diagram, the first 2 weeks in the business sees you introducing your first 2 associates. This gains you $50 US director bonus and a $520 Fast Start bonus on those 2 people buying an entrepreneur pack also, just as you did, resulting in a total commission for you of $700 for the period. In week 3 and 4, your first 2 associates in turn enrolled their first 2 associates. During those 2 weeks, you will not receive a Fast Start bonus, but you will receive team commissions totaling $260. In weeks 5 and 6, you will again receive Fast Start bonuses from the sales volume from your 2 new personally enrolled associates, and you will receive team commissions from the sales volume of 2 generations of associates, your personals and theirs. Your total commissions now jump to $1,170 for this period. In weeks 7 and 8, we can see the numbers again increasing. During this time, there is you and your 6 team members all going to work, talking to people, and the sales volume is starting to grow significantly, reaching $13,000 during this 2-week period. Again, your income is coming from team commissions alone, as you did not recruit anyone during this 2-week period. Again, the pattern of growth continues with even higher team commissions coming from the combined work of 16 associates, giving you a total of $2,600. Week 11 and 12 see you enrolling your 5th and 6th associates with entrepreneur packs. The $520 Fast Start bonus is now dwarfed by your team commissions, which for the fortnight come to $5,300 and a total commission of $5,820. And at the end of our first 14 weeks, we see the end result of consistent effort, along with a very clear strategy of duplication of the highest level. That is, you earn a total of $22,510, with your team members coming along in similar fashion right behind you, and with each person doing basically the same thing, enrolling 6 people over a 12-week period and assisting their team members to do the same. Here we see the reason that people get so excited by the maths of network marketing. Again, I want to stress that we well know that life is nowhere as neat or orderly as this. Not everyone will enroll exactly 6 people in 12 weeks. But you know what? Some people will do much more. Now, as we said at the beginning of this video, you're watching this because you have chosen as your initial direction to go toward a big time income with ASEA, which we would correlate with the purchase of the enrollment pack when you begin. As a way of reinforcing the logic of this strategy, I want to show you the numbers for all 3 enrollment packs. That is the personal pack, the business pack, and the entrepreneur pack. Keep in mind that the only thing that's changing between these examples is that you're going to recommend to anyone joining ASEA a vision of creating income that they start with at least a business pack, but preferably an entrepreneur pack. Everything else, especially the number of personally sponsored per month per person, remains exactly the same. Just to show you the slow way, here are the totals for your volume and total income after 14 weeks if you and everyone else that joins in your team purchases the personal pack. In this second illustration, the only difference is that everyone buys a business pack. Not surprisingly, your income for the same amount of work increases by about 2.5 times. And when your business strategy is based on the entrepreneur pack, your leverage is extraordinary, with a total income 7 times that achievable when the model is based on the personal pack. What's exciting is this is not some sort of weird theory that I dreamed up yesterday. There are actually many precedents for this, the one closest to me being my friend Leyland Duck. Leyland lives in Texas, just outside of Dallas. He has a ranch and also has worked in the medical equipment field. Leyland, a few years ago, was struck down with a mystery disability that saw him become virtually paralyzed overnight. And it was a very, very hard journey. Suffice it to say, he came across ASEA and had a very, very dramatic improvement in his health. And you can actually see more of that story by watching the new Redox Breakthrough video that's recently been created by ASEA Corporate. Leland could see that this cutting edge technology could help millions of people. And so he started an ASEA enterprise. Here's what's relevant to our topic. Leyland already understood leverage and how that worked in business. And so, determined to employ that in his ASEA business, he instituted a guideline or a rule that anyone who wanted to join him in the business or anyone else in his team, if they wanted to build a business, they needed to purchase at least 8 cases of ASEA. That volume would be somewhere between that of a business pack and an entrepreneur pack. Now, he combined this strategy with a great work ethic, and I know Leyland spent many, 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 many weeks on the phone talking to people, sharing the message. But with a combination of vision, a good work ethic, and his 8-pack strategy, Leyland won big time. He reached the rank of diamond and an annual multiple 6-figure income in 14 weeks. One of the fastest ever done in ASEA. This was a simple but very powerful strategy. Here's a short clip of Leyland talking about why you should buy a bigger pack.
Good morning, this is Leland Duck. I'm Triple Diamond Executive with ASEA. Just wanted to talk to you this morning a little teaching about enrolling people in your business at a higher level. You can grow a much faster business like I have. I think a lot of times people are afraid to ask for the bigger level, and I don't want you to be afraid to ask for it, because when you ask for it with confidence, you're really setting those people up for success. For example, if you put them on and they get their own account and they come on at the entrepreneur level, when you do that, there's multiple benefits that you do not get at the smaller packets. I think the number one advantage for coming in at that level, especially if you've come in at that level, is to say, this is what I did, because most people will ask you, what did you do? And you're going to tell them, I either came in at this level or I came in at the top. If you come in at the top, I found that a lot of times people will follow you as the leader and do what you do. If you come in at the bottom and you wish that you hadn't come in at the bottom, that you wish you had come in at a bigger package, once you got on the product and saw how great it was, you missed out on that one-time chance to discount your product. The only time they discount you is when you enroll. If the company says 15% of the people see results in a week, half of the people in the first month, but 90% in 90 days. So if we know that's the numbers, we want to encourage our people to make a commitment for 90 days because 90% success rate. So you want to encourage them to buy 90 days worth of product so they can save money than buying it each month and paying more in the long run. So that's what I've done. It works well. Sometimes people are afraid to ask for the big order. I've talked to people at some of the meetings I do, and one of the associates will say, well, I think they're going to come in at the low package, but they wanted to talk to you. I'll sit down with them and show them all of these benefits. And a lot of times they'll say, well, then that's what I want to do. If they don't understand the benefits, there's no reason for them to come in at a higher package. So I want each of you as associates to really understand what these entrepreneur packages are. If not the entrepreneur pack, the business pack. That's half of the level of the entrepreneur pack. So this is a great package. And if you're not doing that, you might want to try. You know, signing one person up at the top level like that is like signing 10 people up at the lower level. It's a lot less work. You grow your business quicker and you set them up for success. So don't be embarrassed to ask for that big order. Be confident about your products and what they're going to do for them, and that you really want them to understand this is the best package if they can afford it. If they can't, then say, well, why don't we try the business pack that's half of that amount? A lot of times they'll come in at that level. But I always start high and go down low. But the key is to get them on the product, let them have a product experience like I did. I see it every week. Once they have a product experience, they want to get it on the product. So just encourage them to maybe save more money up front, be a good leader to them. And I think that you will like it a lot better. You'll see a better response, but they see that you're confident too in what this product can do for them. So thank you for allowing me to share this with you tonight. I want you to encourage practicing that every day from this point on. I think you'll grow your business quicker and your people will see that you're trying to set them up for success. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
So we want that sort of leverage in our team. And along with excellent tools and a training curriculum that's second to none, we want you to have the chance to have the financial breakthrough that Leland and many others in ASEA have already achieved. Just before we wrap up here, I want to restate this principle for you very, very clearly. I believe that as a generalized principle, the bigger the enrollment pack, the more chance you will have for success. And the more profitable your ASEA business is going to be. Here are the reasons. 1, whatever pack you buy becomes your personal template to be duplicated by your team members joining after you. This is definitely not a hard and fast rule, but at the very least, I can say with certainty that your ability to recommend the enrollment packs as a non-salesperson will be capped at whatever pack you start with. 2, the more you invest into your business when you start, the more likely you are to stick around long enough to see success. We often say that one of the best things about network marketing is that it is so inexpensive to get started. But this is also its Achilles heel. We all have to overcome the emotional roller coaster that is part of this different journey. And if a couple of $100 is the level of your investment, the pain of growth can make giving up and throwing away that money seem like a mighty fine idea. So having some skin in the game, or what we call hurt money, actually increases your stickability. 3, you will need some stock, some for your own use and that of your family, and some to provide to your new enrollees who are within driving distance so that they can start on the product immediately, not waiting 3 to 5 days for their first shipment to arrive. When it does arrive, they can replace that case they borrowed from you, and thus lag time is reduced and the business cycle is sped up for everyone. You know, in all my time in ASEA, I've never had a single associate say that they regretted buying too much product. But I have heard over and over again the lament, if only I realized the advantages of getting a business pack or an entrepreneur pack, I definitely would have gone for that. That's the spirit in which we've made and shared this video with you so that you have all the information to make the right decision and so that you don't have any regrets down the track, as many others have. Remember, the whole point in doing business using this model of network marketing is that we are looking to achieve leverage, something almost completely unavailable to anyone on a wage. The definition of leverage is to do more with less. And in our ASEA businesses, we do that through multiplication of our efforts through a team, rather than the addition of more hours to your workload that you then trade for money in a job. The enrollment pack principle is the perfect illustration of this. When everyone buys a bigger pack, it's the same amount of work for a much more profitable result for everyone. Well, with that, I will sign off, let you get registered and get started with your ASEA business. Please remember that you have a support team here to help you get on that road to success. Remember, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I personally look forward to talking with you soon. Bye for now.